Dear students, let us discuss design of armature slots of DC machine. And in this topic, I am going to discuss what are the factors to be considered for choice of number of slots and guiding factor for choice of number of slots. Okay. Uh, Here, designer will consider these five factors before number of slots are to be fixed, like mechanical difficulties, cooling of armature conductors, flux pulsations, commutation, and cost. We will discuss one by one in detail. Coming to first factor, that is mechanical difficulties. What are the mechanical difficulties which are encountered while deciding number of slots? Okay, here if designer choose larger number of slot, naturally slot pitch becomes smaller, and one slot which becomes smaller, width of tooth also gets smaller. For given diameter of machine, if more number of slots are chosen, then definitely slot pitch. YS is nothing but slot pitch. It is center to center distance between two consecutive slots. When slot pitch becomes small, for given output of machine depending upon specific electric loading is to be used, designer cannot compromise with volume of copper to be used in armature slots. In that case, only option left is he has to reduce width of the tooth, and once width of the tooth is reduced, sometime it becomes mechanically very weak. Hence it needs to be reinforced using some supports, either T section or I section supports are used just to uh, enhance mechanical strength of tooth whenever it becomes weak for large number of slots. And this will obstruct sometime ventilation, because those I section, either I or T section, when tooth supports are put at the teeth section, and that will obstruct ventilation. This is a major problem when large number of slots are used. Okay, then coming to cooling of armature conductor. What happens to cooling of armature conductors when more number of slots are chosen? See, with higher number of slots, definitely conductor per slot is less, and once conductor per slots are less, then only few conductors are bunched to form the coil. Okay, and if number of conductor per slot are less due to large number of slots, definitely cooling of that particular armature conductor is better for large number of slots. So this image shows bunch of conductors are put in the slot, and for given diameter of machine, if number of slots are more, then conductor per slot will be less, bunch of conductor per slot will be less, and that helps for better cooling of conductor. Hence cooling is better in armature section. Cooling is better for armature conductors when designer choose larger number of slots. Okay, then coming to flux pulsation. The flux pulsation is nothing but change in area flux due to slotting, and this will give rise to eddy current losses in pole faces. And because of these eddy current losses in the pole faces, there is magnetic noise. That eddy current loss produce magnetic noise. Okay, then how to reduce it? With large number of slot, the flux pulsations are reduced, and therefore there is reduction in pole phase losses as well as noise in the machine. If designer choose large number of slots, eddy current losses will be less, and even noise level in the machine is also less. And whatever pulsation and oscillations of area flux are there, to reduce that, designer may choose number of slots by following these uh, rule. See, the number of slots under pole shoe is equal to integer plus half. This is one condition. Second is the number of slots per pole is equal to an integer plus half. So this image shows whatever armature conductors are used depending upon number of slots, uh, to reduce flux pulsation, to keep flux pulsation low under pole shoe. This is pole show. Under this pole show, whatever number of slots are there, number of slot must be and integer plus half, and slots per pole, this is also integer plus half. If this condition is achieved, definitely uh, pole phase losses will be less, same time noise in the machine will be less. Then coming to commutation. What is commutation? Already I have studied. The definition of commutation is it is a process of current reversal. It is nothing but reversal of current in armature conductor of a DC machine is called commutation. Okay, and this is very important phenomena in case of DC machine. Then to avoid problem of commutation, how to decide number of slots? What could be the number of slots per pole in case of DC machine to have commutation problem less? Okay, pulsation and oscillations of flux under the interpole must be avoided. If this is not done, then definitely there will be a sparking problem. Okay, and a large gap under interpole and large number of slots helps to reduce the effect of slotting upon the flux under interpole. So here these are interpoles between two main poles, whatever interpoles are used here to avoid sparking, uh, whatever air gap is there, uh, that effects must be less, and uh, number of slots in region between the tips of adjacent poles should be at least 3. So here you will understand this if you observe this image. Between tips of two poles, here tips of adjacent poles, number of slots in the region between the tips of adjacent poles should be at least 3. See, between these two tip of adjacent poles, whatever number of slots are there, they must be at least num three numbers of slots must be used. Okay, then uh, here 1 minus psi into slots per pole, whatever uh, number of slots to be fit between regions of that tip of two adjacent poles, it must be at least 3. So if ratio of pole or to pole pitch is 0.67, the number of slots per pole, that is S by P, number of slots per pole should be greater than 3. 3 is number of slots between tips of two adjacent poles. This divided by 1 minus 0.67. 0.67 is ratio of pole arc to pole pitch, and this gives number of slots per pole greater than 9.12. From commutation point of view, the number of slots per pole should be at least 9. So as per this equation, to have less commutation problem, number of slots per pole must be at least 9. Okay, but with large number of slots, the number of conductor per slot also decreases, and this is desirable feature from point of commutation. Okay, then coming to cost, what happens to cost when designer go for higher number of slots, or what happens to cost of machine when designer choose less number of slots? A smaller number of slots are desirable considering the cost, as the changes as the charges for punching the slots increase with their number. This is true. If more number of slots are decided, definitely cost will be more because each and every lamination must be properly punched, assembled. Both cost of machine as well as labor cost will also increase because of more number of slots. Hence, from economic point of view, number of slots must be less for given diameter of machine. So with smaller number of slots, there will be few slots to insulate, and therefore cost of insulation also goes down. Hence, overall cost will be less in case of DC machine when smaller number of slots are chosen. Then coming to guiding factor for choice of number of slots. Here, 5 factors are taken as guiding factor like slot pitch, slot loading, flux pulsation, commutation, and suitability of winding. Okay, we'll discuss one by one. Then what should be the slot pitch for machine? Okay, as per the statement, the value of slot pitch should lie between 20 to 40 mm. Uh, Depending upon number of slots, definitely slot pitch will vary because designer will fix first main dimensions of machine like diameter and axial length. And once main diameter of machine is decided, because output depends upon even main dimensions of machine, and once diameter of machine is fixed, then after calculating number of stator slots, designer has to cross verify whether that slot pitch is within permissible limits or not. Hence, this can be taken as guiding factor while choosing number of slots. That slot pitch should be between 20 to 40 mm, but usually this limit is between 25 to 35 mm, except in case of very small machine. In for a small machine, slot pitch may be less than, sometime it is 20 mm. Okay, then how slot loadings are decided? You know what is slot loading. Number of ampere conductor per slot, this should not exceed 15,000 ampere. Say this product Ij into Zs. Zs is number of conductor per slot and Iz is current through each conductor. This product must be less than 15,000 ampere. Basically, this is nothing but total electric loading. So once number of slots are decided, if more number of slots are decided, conductor per slot Zs will be less, and this product Ij into Z can be less than 15,000 amps. Okay, then coming to flux pulsation, the number of slots per pole should be an odd integer in order to minimize pulsation losses. So when number of slots are decided, to have eddy current losses less in the pole faces, if number of slots are odd integer, then definitely this flux pulsation will be less. What happens to commutation? Just now you have seen slots per pole should be at least 9. Okay, if it is, if number of slots per pole are at least 9, then there is no chance of commutation, there is no chance of sparking at the interpole. Okay, and number of slots per pole is usually lies between 9 to 16, but at least 9 slots per pole must be used by seeing commutation problem. Okay, and in case of very small machine, the number may go down to 8 also, as the internal resistance is high in their cases. Okay, then how number of slots are decided? Based on suitability of for winding. See, when selecting the number of slots, designer must confirm that number selected suits the armature winding as regards the total number of coils as well as coil sides per slot, and this table gives number of armature slots depending upon rating of machine. For machine having rating up to 5 kilowatt, slots per pole can be 8. Then between 5 to 50 kilowatt, number of slots per pole are 10. Then 50 kilowatt and above, for large capacity machine, number of slots per pole can be at least 12. Commutation point of view, at least number of slots per pole are 9, but this table gives for as rating of machine increase, number of slots per pole must be more. Okay, and you know in usually DC winding is of double layer type. Okay, and when number of slots should be chosen, that the number of conductor per slot is an even integer, because in case of double layer winding, to have balance, then whatever number of slots are decided, it should suit the number of, it should suit the given type of winding. Okay, the number of conductor per slot should be such that they are divisible by number of coil sides per slot. If this is not done, then we would get turns per coil as a mixed number and not an integer. So this is highly desirable. Okay, then in case of lap winding, what happens? Depending upon number of slot chosen, sometime equalizer connections are used. Okay, because when equalizer connections are used, winding must be perfectly or symmetrically balanced. Okay, for that purpose, whatever winding is to have symmetrical winding with respect to pole, then number of slots must be multiple of number of pole pair of poles. Okay, uh, the number of slots and the number of coil sides per layer u by 2 should be multiple of pair of poles for wave winding, in order that whatever value of pitch is there, it should be an integer, otherwise winding would be unsymmetrical, and this involves dummy coils. And in case of simplex lap winding, the number of slots should be multiple of pole pairs, Wave winding, it should not be multiple of pole